Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm glad you made it. Today I am doing the forest sprout mold from the Secret Garden Awakening March 2026 box from Resin Mold Box. I do have a discount code down in my description box if you want to get your hands on a subscription box, but definitely March is sold out. They might still sell these molds individually, so just go ahead and check it out with the link I've provided below. Make sure you use that discount code, save yourself a little bit of money. And if they don't have it, start a subscription. You can do a month at a time, 6 months, a year. I love the surprises in these boxes. It's always fun. All right, let me catch up to what we've done so far. I have used the Hakashika from Eye Candy. This is from Fantastory, and I have just a tad bit of the brown color that I'm going to put in there just to give it a little bit of darkness. I don't want it too dark. I want the top of the mushroom to have some variation, so I'm going to do it in a couple stages, I think, just to get different strands of color throughout. Get that all mixed in there just to change the tone a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. I'm trying to keep this mushroom more natural looking. I did one before, glow in the dark, regular mushroom, red top kind of looking one too. Those were more smooth surface with the polka dots on it. This one is ridged and bumpy, like the underside of a mushroom cap would be. So I like that about this one. All right, I'm going to pour this. I sprayed with isopropyl alcohol around the edges, ran my fingers through there because it just always makes me feel better. I'm going to try to pour this just around that outside edge of the mushroom cap. I want to get that variation going and change it as I come in towards the center more. When I was doing this mold, I realized that the top of it actually could double as a sunflower top, because if you see the middle of it, it kind of reminds me of the middle where all the seeds are on a sunflower. So I bet you could just do this as maybe a sunflower trinket dish on its own and not do the mushroom bottom, the stem part. I think that would look pretty good. It obviously wouldn't have like the individual sunflower petals of the flower, but I think that would work, and I'm actually going to try it and see if it does work. I just gave us a great idea. Somebody's probably already done it though. Also, I wanted to take a minute to ask a favor from everyone. Some of you may know that YouTube has changed their monetization policy, and I would just like to ask everyone to like, comment, and share on my videos so I can reach that monetization point before they change it. Once they change it, it is going to make it so hard for small creators to become monetized. I have never asked this before, but I would really like to become monetized. Doing resin is so expensive. It's an expensive hobby, and I think it might help offset a little bit of the costs if I could get monetized. So please, if you could, share and comment, do all the things to help me reach that goal before it's too late. I would greatly appreciate it. I have just a little bit of resin left over, so I am putting it into the bottom part of the stem. Now, depending on which way you're going to put this stem, it could be the bottom half of the stem or the top half of the stem. The stem is actually a little confusing because you would think that the fatter part, if you look at a mushroom, the fatter part of the stem is at the bottom, at the base. And then it goes skinnier, and then you have the mushroom cap at the top. But in order for this to be a jar, it is actually flipped upside down, and the skinny part is at the bottom. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever, but maybe it's made that way so it is reversible, because you can have it mushroom side. Wait, am I going to say this right? Mushroom cap side up on top, like normal, or you can put it at the bottom and flip the stem upside down so it can hold, like, I don't know, pens, pencils, little things like that. I don't know. We'll see. You'll see at the end. I'll show you. It's weird. It's reversible, so it's weird and it's confusing at the same time. All right, so I have some gold foil. I am just going to place down in that center there and spread it around. Burnish it down with my finger and rub it in there good. Hopefully it'll stay put. It should stay put, just because I am putting, well, as I say that, it kind of sticks to my finger and moves around now. But it should stay put. I think the copper will look good in the middle there. I just wanted the top of it to have just a little bit darker tone to it. And like I said before, I am going to make this top like multi shades. And hopefully as the shades pull together towards that middle, it blends it a little bit. So that looks pretty good. I think that is enough of the copper foil on there. I am just pouring some of my clear resin, and I am using the Bond Crafter resin on this project. I've been using Bond Crafter for a little while now. I like to try different brands, stay with them for a little bit, give them a good fair shot. Bond Crafter works pretty good. Price point is good as well. So I have that poured over just the center there. I'm going to mix up a little bit of the iridescent yellow from Fantastory mica powder, just to get yet another shade into that mushroom cap. So I'm going to put that in my resin, stir that up. And this is where it all went wrong on this video. I don't know what happened. I stirred this, I poured it in, I mixed up some brown from Fantastory and put in some brown glitter. And all that video was corrupt for some reason and was just a black screen. So I'm missing a good chunk of video here. But all I did was pour brown and glitter. So you can kind of get it, I guess. Just poured brown around the outside and brown down the entire stem. But how in the world does your video go corrupt and give you a black screen like that? I have no idea what happened. I'm at a loss for words. If anybody knows, I'm not a video expert, so I apparently need to ask my teenager what happened. She'll know. Oh my gosh. All right, so this was hard getting out. So I sprayed it with isopropyl alcohol and smushed it around, and you can see it breaking the seal as you do that. This helps so much for these ones that are tough to get out of. This is much easier to roll down now on itself. It's going to pop right out of there with no issues whatsoever. There it comes. It's out of there. Get it rolled on top of itself. Squeeze the middle to break that seal and just pop it right out of there. I'm going to fix my mold, pop it the right way out so it stays good. And let's take a look at that. I need a paper towel. It's wet. Hold on. It's got some isopropyl alcohol on it. I'll dry it out so it doesn't go slipping out of my hands and flying across the room, because that's never happened before. All right, I like the top of it, how it's got that different variation. That is the variation that I put around the outside of the mushroom cap. So hopefully we'll get that same color variation around there. Oh yeah, it's there. Well, it looks pretty good. Get this all peeled back off the top there. See how it looks once we flip it over. I could see the copper through there. Oh, I like that. That's cute. I like the colors in it. Look at that. Okay, so you can see how the brown and the yellow, the iridescent yellow, and then that creamy white color with the brown that I mixed together. It's all blended. And I'm just noticing there are little spots. There are circles on the side. I did not even see that in the mold. So this mushroom has the spots too. I like that. That is really pretty. And it looks natural. Maybe not the copper part, but I've got to add a little pizzazz to it. I really like that. That looks good. It's more, well, realistic-ish than if you did a red mushroom, right? You do it that way. See, that's the way I think it should be. Now you can flip it and have it so it is a dish of some kind. That looks good like that too. I like that. You can't see the copper, but I like it. All right, I like that it's a versatile dish. You can do a couple different things with it. I like it. All right, well, all things considered, I think it came out really good. I'm sorry that I lost that chunk of video. Yeah, I like it like that too, with the bigger side down. Let me know what you think. That is it for me today. Thanks for hanging in there with me through all the issues. Hope to see you next time. Here are a few final pictures for you.
Little jars lined on the table, every color, every shade I saved. Gloves on, hair tied, heart steady, breathing in the day I made. Tiny sparks swirling in the daylight, MnTTreasures in my hands, liquid dreams turning into play.
Thanks for watching.